Well, hey there, this is Joe Van Cleve, and today I'm going to be demonstrating for you and showing you a simple pinhole box camera that has a little special little feature in it that you might be interested in. This is the camera. It is a 5 by 7 inch format pinhole camera. It's built from a base of 3/4 inch oak plywood. There is a 1/4 20 tripod nut in the bottom for securing it to a tripod. The main body of the camera are made from 2 sheets of 1/4 inch black foam core board. There is a lid that opens up to reveal the camera chamber. The camera is divided into 2 parts by this divider. The main part is the camera, the film plane is right here, and there is a storage compartment behind the film plane divided by a movable divider that separates it into 2 compartments where you can store exposed and unexposed sheets of paper. The way I secure the paper negatives into the film plane is I'm using these 1/2 inch wide strips of flexible magnets. And here's an example of a paper negative, and this is one that I shot several weeks ago in this camera. The way the paper gets secured in there, you would move it out of the storage compartment when you're in a changing bag. You put it in the film plane underneath the magnetic strip, and then you put the other end underneath the magnetic strip, secure it in place, make sure it's good and secure, and then you simply put the lid back on, take it out of the changing bag, put it on your tripod, and then you do your exposure. The exposure is done with a rotating shutter plate that's just made from a piece of masonite board. The camera is covered in this silvery adhesive plastic shelf liner material to give the camera some degree of water resistance in case it rains or something. And I'm using these viewing triangles on the top and the sides. And the way the viewing triangles work are that the front corners of each triangle is adjacent to the pinhole. The back 2 corners of the triangle are adjacent to the edges of the film. And you would view down the edges of the triangles to see where the limits of your image are going to be. So it's actually a fairly accurate way of framing up a pinhole camera. And this camera is an f333 pinhole. The way I judge exposure is I use my Gaussian LunaPro F light meter. I set the ISO to 12. I meter the scene. I've referenced the exposure time recommended at 128 on the meter. And then using a calculator, I multiply that time by this factor of 6.77, which corrects for the fact that the camera is f333. And then I make the exposure in the camera using my wristwatch to time it with. Well, that's my simple 5 by 7 inch pinhole box camera. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.